what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 21 of AAO Presents Behind the Lens, where I interview an athlete that has been behind my lens about their past, present, and future endeavors. Today is no different as we kick off June with the two-piece promotions for Battle on the Bay card. My guest today is going to be on that card. He's an amateur mixed martial artist fighting out of Kuhn MMA. He'll be fighting for his first title June 14th against Jake Wilkinson. He is BigPasta. He is Collin Crotser. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Well, just 2 short weeks. You'll be competing for your first strap here at Leelanau Sands Casino. How's your camp been going? It's been any different than your previous camps?
Honestly, this camp has been nothing but amazing gratitude. You know, I have no injuries, so it's like that's a huge plus. You know, it feels like every other fight I've been in, I've been dealing with these little minor and major injuries. So it's really nice to just let loose and have fun, and I'm really grateful that this title fight's happening and I'm injury free. So it's a good chip off the shoulder. I get to go out there and really throw some hands without, oh, this is gonna hurt or this is gonna get fucked up or this or that.
Right. You definitely want to be in your prime, ready to go for a fight like this or any fight, really. It's definitely no good going in injured, but as we know, it happens all the time. I mean, it's the fight game. It's what we kind of expect. But that's good that you're going into it injury free. Yeah. So your opponent, June 14th, is Jake Wilkinson. He fights at light heavyweight, typically, according to Tapology. Mm-hmm. And your last fight was at welterweight. With this title match being at middleweight, kind of right in the middle, how have you been preparing? Is this a more comfortable weight for you?
I actually can't stand fighting at 185. Okay. My body likes to sit lower. You know, I got to really push hard to get to like the 200 so I can cut down. You know, I'm not trying to be a weight bully, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be a little guy in the division.
Right, true that.
So I had to put on 30 pounds in 2 months, so that was interesting. It was the first time I've ever had to do something like that, but we got it done, and I'm sitting above 185, cutting back down. So, you know, he's not the only one cutting down now.
Right. So you feel like more of a natural welterweight?
Yeah. Like my last fight against Eric Reeves was 175 catch weight. And I felt like I made that so easy. You know, I sweated one good sweat, you know, and I was there. You know, so I didn't really have to starve myself like some of these fighters. You know, they'd be, you know, depriving their body with all those fasts, and I'm like, man, dude, I feel bad for them, but they get it done.
Yeah, man.
You know,
weight cuts can be wild for sure.
Yeah, they can.
Take everything out of you just so you can go in the cage and let out whatever you have left.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you got left, exactly. You just took 6 weeks and
you don't got to worry about that. I mean, steak dinners before and after the fight, necessary, I guess, man. I mean, you'll be fueled up, ready to go. That could be an advantage, really.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know, he's cutting down too. So I don't know how much he's cutting down, but I've been about 190 to 195. I've seen 200 a few times. So, you know, I'm a lot bigger than I was 2 months ago. That's for sure. You know, I feel stronger. You know, I don't feel as quick, but I feel for a middleweight, when I spar, it's a little different than when I fight. I'm a little quicker when I spar, and I'm trying to interpret that into the fight game, you know, the fight plan. You know, that's, for me, that's the big thing. Using what I do in sparring for fight night, you know, like, for me, there's a gray area that I gotta figure out, but, you know, it'll get figured out.
Hey, you might not be at your fastest, but you should be faster than him, I would think.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, no respect.
Hey, you got it. But I know either way,
but
myself and the fans expect this one to be fireworks, man. You guys both got a couple knockouts on your record. My prediction necessarily is that this fight's definitely going to go under 2 rounds. How do you see it playing out? You got any predictions yourself?
well, I know he has a good knockout. You know, he's gonna try swinging hard. I noticed he throws a lot of rights. So me and my team, we've been preparing for it. He likes to throw kicks as well. I've been working on my Muay Thai a lot lately, and I self-train Taekwondo. So I've been getting loose, and I'm ready to show him that I'm not gonna stand down. And I'm gonna be right there in front of him, throwing down with him.
Hell yeah, man. That's all we can hope to see as the fans. Can't wait to see it, bro. Be sure not to miss Collin BigPasta Crotser. Am I saying your last name right?
You are.
Sure.
It's Crotser. Yep, it's German.
Every time I say it, I think BigPasta Crosta. Like, I just kind of like put it together, and I'm like, that's not how it's spelled.
No, that is funny, that little jingle with it.
All right. Anyways, be sure not to miss Collin Crotser take on Jake Wilkinson June 14th for the two-piece promotions amateur middleweight title at Leland Sands Casino, or you can catch it live on millions.co. Moving forward, this will be your 6th amateur bout as you continue to grind your way down the MMA path. What is it that really drives you to keep fighting?
There's a few different reasons. It's pretty deep. I grew up a little buck crazy. You know, like it's always been a lot of chaos. So I feel like this fighting shit lets me release it. You know, absolutely. And then I got 2 little girls at home. You know, it's all about them. You know, so ultimately, I just gotta keep grinding. So
yes, sir.
You know, yes, I got a family that I'm the foundation for, and I gotta carry them on my shoulders, and I gotta be strong for them.
Hey, that's amazing, man. Everybody has their reason, and those who stick to it prove that they're meant to be in this game. So now, moving forward, do you see a pro debut on the horizon with 6 fights in, or are you planning to kind of stick around, stay amateur, and keep racking up the experience for 2025?
You know, I started this sport a little late. You know, I started at 22 with no experience. I didn't wrestle. I think I'll probably stick in the amateur leagues a little bit. You know, I'm only 24, you know, so and I got probably a couple years left in the amateur leagues, and then possibly shoot down to maybe 155 for the pro leagues. You know, like I got plenty of body fat to lose and all that good shit. So, you know, I'm probably going to stick around the amateur leagues for the next couple of years. And maybe when I turn 26, 27, you know, holler at the 155s, you know, and say what's up in the pros.
Hey, man, I there's nothing wrong with that choice at all. I see a lot of guys kind of just get 5 fights in and they just jump right into pros, and it doesn't work out so well for them. It's definitely better rack up that experience, get more prepared, and because I mean, a lot of these guys, sure, they might have wrestling experience,
and those are the ones that usually jump right into the pro league, or the ones who have wrestling experience. But then, those it's a lot different ballgame, you know. Like I just got done sparring with that silverback Robert Gidron, how you say his name, and you know he's 185. He showed me right off the rip why 185 is a hard weight for me. You know, he's 6'3", you know, big.
He's a big dude, 100%.
He's a big dude, and like I was like, all right, you know, there's some levels to this game, but like, you know, I definitely feel like I gave him some good rounds for his fight, and you know, if you know me personally, you know that I can be a little buck crazy, and we'll throw down no matter what weight class I'm at. I don't care what I'm at. You know, I don't even care. My knockout came from a dude who was 6'4", and he was 13 pounds heavier than the fucking fight was scheduled at. The next day he comes in at 220 plus, and I'm 200.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was
that
again
170 fight, or
No, this was the one before that. The one
Oh, like
that,
a flip.
down at the Motor City Casino. And
Yep.
I weighed in at that fight 190 because the fight was scheduled at 190, and he weighed in at 201 or 202. It's like, did you even try to fucking lose weight?
Right.
And the next day he was at 220. I tried my hardest to get above 195, but I walked in the
Yeah.
next day of fight night at like 198. He was 220. And, you know, I just let that man fucking fly. And next thing you know, the start of the second round, and I just dropped him. And like, that was an eye opener no matter what, dude. You just fucking try and grind, and, stuff can happen on your end, dude. Like,
Yeah,
you
man.
never know what can happen.
So you do have a little experience in that bigger weight.
Yeah,
I didn't
do
even think
got
about that.
like,
I remember that fight. I was there for that.
yeah, I do got experience, and at
That's
the end of
good.
the day, and it really don't have to be about experience. It's just that group. Are you going to be there to fight, or are you going to be there to run away? And I think the more I fight on fight night, the more I get comfortable, and I fight like I spar. And once I dial everything in, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yes, sir, man. Well, I can't wait to follow your rise in the MMA world. Either decision you make when you decide to go pro or whatever weight it may be, I'm looking forward to continue to watch your rise. Now, I have one more question before you go. I'd like to bring up some non-fighting related topics to help the fans get to know the fighters more. So tell me, what does BigPasta like to do for fun outside of camp or even after winning a fight?
Collin loves to do fishing. Me and my girl, we'll spend, it seems like almost every other day out on the lake or river and just cast some lines. I'm also getting my I got this quad that I like to race, and this is gonna be my first season, probably if it gets done before July. But I'm gonna be racing over in Stanwood. I like to do a little bit of quad racing, so between
Nice, man.
fishing, quad racing, anything outdoors. I'm just an outdoor type of guy. I do not like to be in the house. Like, I hate being in the house.
Hey, man, you're a Michigander, man. True Michigander.
Yeah. It don't matter if it's cold. If it's cold, we're gonna figure something out to do in the cold.
Heck yeah. Well, wins are definitely meant to be celebrated. And there on June 14th with a strap attached to it, that one will be even more glorious, man. I appreciate you talking today with me, bro. Go ahead and let the fans know where they can follow your fight journey on socials, and let them know when and where they can see you fight again.
Well, I'm mostly on Facebook. I don't have the most Instagram followers, but you're more than welcome to go follow my MMA page on Instagram. But I think everybody has me on Facebook, or if you don't, you can get me on Collin BigPasta Crotser. Just add or follow. It doesn't matter. But future fights, I plan on fighting probably 2-3 more times, or if I stay injury free, I'm gonna try grinding out as many fights as I honestly can. I need to get that experience in the cage, and the only way to do it is one way, and that's to get in the cage. So that's where you can find me, is either training or in the cage this year.
Yes, sir. Well, you heard it, guys. June 14th, Battle on the Bay, Leelanau Sands Casino. Collin Crotser versus Jake Wilkinson for the amateur middleweight title. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you, Collin, for joining me. Please like, subscribe, comment, and follow AAO Media on all socials for new content. Until next time, peace.